In 1930, a physicist named Heinrich Schumann discovered what is called the Schumann resonance. It is sometimes called Gaia's brainwave. What the Schumann resonance is the vibration of the planet. Schumann discovered that the Earth vibrates at 7.8 Hertz per second. That being determined by the size of the Earth and the speed of light and nothing else, and resonates between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere. It is fed by lightning activity and the planet's electromagnetic activity. Because we live on the planet, we vibrate at the same rate. There are two differing theories on what is happening to the Schumann resonance today. One theory is that the basic resonance does change, but is affected by the weather and fluctuates between 9 and 12 Hertz per second, right in the heart of the human alpha range, which is our waking state. Preliminary results seem to indicate that a mere 1 degree increase in the temperature seems to correlate with a doubling of the Schumann resonance. You can read about this on the website of the same name. Another theory is that the Schumann resonance is increasing as we speak, and that is, it is no longer 7.8 Hertz per second, but is now a constant 12 Hertz per second. It doesn't really matter which of these theories is correct, because they both agree that there are changes in the resonance. One, that it is being affected by temperature, and we all know that global warming is a reality, and the other theory is that it is increasing slowly all the time. So what does that have to do with us? Well, both theories seem to indicate that the resonance changes, and it is right in the heart of the human alpha range, our waking state. It is affecting us at a physical level, in effect speeding everything up, our thoughts, our time, everything we do, and this is causing us a lot of confusion. We are experiencing change at a much faster rate, and most of us like things to be more or less constant, with change happening at a leisurely pace. I received something from a friend only the other day saying that because the Schumann resonance has sped up to such a rate that there are now only the equivalent of 16 hours in a 24-hour day. Think about that and how it could be affecting you on a daily basis. Do you always feel tired? Are you not able to get as much done in a day as you used to? Does time seem to be flying by? Maybe that's because it is. Is it time for us to get in touch with the basics again? In times gone past, life was lived at a very different pace. The pagans had it all figured out. They lived their lives according to the seasons, and it is a historical fact that most Christian festivals are around the time that the pagans celebrated their festivals. This came about because the churches wanted the pagans to become members of the church, so had the festivals at the same time, hoping to include them. And over time, and with the advent of the industrial age, paganism seemed to die out. But I am happy to say that there is a resurgence going on today, as more and more people are seeing the benefits of living life in a simpler manner. The pagans knew how important it was to be in tune with the planet. And when the changes came, because they were so in tune, they were able to feel them and change accordingly. In modern times, we have lost the ability to be in tune with the planet, and we are now paying the price. Well, we have always perceived ourselves as a body with a spirit. But with the changing energies on the planet, we have to start seeing ourselves as a spirit with a body. Another minor shift in our thinking. Our mind is not our body is in our mind. Even some scientists agree that our mind exists outside our body. In the USA, a surgeon was performing brain surgery on a patient. The patient was awake. The surgeon tweaked a part of the brain that made the patient's arm move across his body. He then asked the patient if he had consciously made the movement. The patient said no, he did not. So the surgeon asked the patient to perform the movement consciously, which he did, and the surgeon could see the same part of the brain that he had tweaked earlier perform the required task. But he could not see anywhere in the brain where the decision came from to perform the task, so he had to come to the conclusion that the mind exists outside the body. So it is now time for us to recognize that the mind, decision maker, thought creator, is outside of our physical bodies, and that brings up the question, are we our physical bodies? Our bodies are made up of millions, billions of atoms, and these are being breathed out with every breath, and we are breathing in everybody else's atoms when we inhale. So when you're in a room with people, when you leave to go home, you take bits of everyone that was in the room with you home with you. We are regenerating our entire bodies every 9 months. The skeletal system taking the longest to regenerate. It is even believed that we regenerate our brain cells, which was not thought to be possible. If we are regenerating our bodies minute by minute, then is that who we really are? The reality, as I see it, is that we are not the instrument. We use the instrument. Most of you will have heard of Deepak Chopra. For all those who haven't, he is an inspirational teacher, healer, MD, Ayurvedic practitioner. And he also has a large centre in the USA. He was having a discussion with a friend and asked the question, so what's this thing we call life? And his friend replied, life is a sexually transmitted terminal disease. Why have I told you this? Because what I believe he is saying is that our bodies are only here for a short time, and whether we like it or not, one day we will die. But will we die, or just our bodies? I believe that it is only our bodies that die, and that me, the real me, will rejoin the energies of the greater universe. And on that note, I'll give you my website, which is www.spiritsflight.co.nz, and my email address is spiritsflight@paradise.net.nz. For more information or to contact me, just get to me on my website or my email. Thank you for listening.